Jay Leno has always been a man who lived to make others laugh. But lately, the laughter has taken on a new meaning, one rooted in love, patience, and devotion. At 75, Jay has stepped away from the bright lights and roaring engines to face something much more personal: his wife, Mavis Leno's ongoing battle with dementia. What began as a quiet family matter has now become a story of resilience, compassion, and the strength of a bond that's lasted over 40 decades. For those who might not know the full story, Jay and Mavis Leno have been together since 1980, more than 45 years of partnership, humor, and unwavering commitment. Mavis, long before her illness, was an outspoken feminist and activist, a woman with a sharp mind and fiery spirit. She dedicated her life to advocating for women's rights, both in the United States and abroad. For years, she served on the board of the Feminist Majority Foundation, fighting for causes that mattered deeply to her. She wasn't just the wife of a comedian, she was a force in her own right. But over the past few years, that fierce intellect began to dim. Slowly, subtly at first, then more noticeably. Mavis began to forget small things: dates, conversations, familiar faces. Eventually, it became clear that something serious was happening. Doctors diagnosed her with dementia, a condition that not only affects memory, but alters how one perceives the world around them. Jay Leno, who has spent his life as the smiling face of late-night television, didn't hide behind fame or fortune. He did what he's always done. He faced it head-on, with humor and humility. Rather than stepping away from the public eye in sorrow, he began speaking openly about what life has been like caring for Mavis. And this month, Jay shared his most heartfelt update yet. He revealed that although his wife's dementia has progressed, their bond remains as strong as ever. "She's not in pain, she's not suffering, she's still got the fire," Jay said recently. He talked about how even now, in moments that seem small, Mavis's personality shines through, like when she watches an old TV show and reacts passionately to something she disagrees with. For Jay, those moments mean everything. They're reminders that the woman he fell in love with is still in there, still alive, still fighting. Jay described his role as her caregiver not as a burden, but as a blessing. "It's not work," he said. "I like taking care of her. I enjoy her company." That statement, simple as it sounds, holds the weight of a lifetime of love. It's not something you say out of obligation, it's something that comes from deep gratitude. For Jay, it's about perspective. "People come up to me and say they feel sorry for me," he admitted. "I get it, they mean well, but I don't see it that way. I'm lucky I can take care of her." And it's true. Not everyone has the means, the time, or the emotional resilience to care for a loved one with dementia. Jay's gratitude comes not from denial, but from acceptance. He knows this chapter is difficult, and he doesn't sugarcoat that reality. There are going to be a couple of years that are tricky. The first 46 years were great. Now we're in a tougher part, but that's okay. That kind of perspective, finding grace in the face of decline, has struck a chord with fans all over the world. People have taken to social media to express their admiration, calling Jay's attitude inspiring, heartbreaking, and beautiful. Many who have cared for loved ones with dementia say they feel seen by Jay's words, finally recognizing their own quiet struggles in his story. Behind the scenes, Jay's daily life now revolves around Mavis. He makes her meals, keeps her company, and ensures she never feels alone. Even when he travels for work, he keeps his trips short. "I went to Puerto Rico for the day, and the plane waited so I could come right back." That one sentence says it all. Fame, money, even passion projects take a backseat to what truly matters. It's not the glamorous image fans might remember from his Tonight Show days, but in many ways it's more heroic. Caring for someone with dementia means living with constant change. Good days, bad days, moments of lucidity followed by moments of confusion. It's not predictable. It's not easy. But Jay meets each day with patience and humor, the same tools that made him one of America's most beloved entertainers. He's spoken about how humor still plays a role in their daily lives. Sometimes when Mavis says something unexpected or funny, Jay laughs, not because of what's lost, but because of what remains. Their connection, even through the fog of illness, is still there. That's something many caregivers will understand. Love doesn't vanish with memory, it simply changes form. There's also something deeply symbolic about the fact that Jay, a man known for his vast car collection and mechanical passion, now spends his days caring for a different kind of delicate machinery, the fragile, beautiful mind of someone he loves. And in true Leno fashion, he doesn't complain. Instead, he finds joy in the small victories, a smile, a laugh, a shared meal. When Jay talks about Mavis, it's clear that what he feels is not pity, but reverence. He said that after so many years together, it feels natural to take care of her. He sees it not as an ending, but as a continuation of the vows they made decades ago, for better or worse, in sickness and in health. Now those words carry real, tangible meaning. It's worth remembering that Mavis Leno has lived an extraordinary life. She's been an advocate for Afghan women's rights, spoken out against gender apartheid, and supported causes that changed lives globally. Even as her memory fades, her legacy remains powerful. Jay often speaks about her accomplishments with pride, reminding people that she wasn't just his wife, she was his partner in every sense of the word. Today, as dementia continues its slow progression, Jay has become not just a husband, but a full-time caregiver. Yet he insists that love has made the role easier. "It's not terrible," he said. "It's okay. It is what it is." There's a certain wisdom in that, an understanding that sometimes life doesn't give you choices, only chances to show what kind of person you are. Fans who have followed Jay's journey know this isn't the first time he's faced hardship with quiet resilience. He's survived serious accidents, including a garage fire in 2022 that left him with burns, and a motorcycle crash just months later. Through it all, he's kept his trademark optimism. And now, as he faces one of the toughest personal challenges of his life, that optimism is still his anchor. In interviews, Jay often mentions how important it is to stay busy, not as an escape, but as a way to maintain balance. He still performs, still works on cars, still does what he loves, but his heart, he says, is always at home with Mavis. That's where he feels most grounded. The public response to Jay's openness has been overwhelming. Messages from fans, caregivers, and even fellow celebrities have poured in, praising his honesty and courage. Many see him as a symbol of enduring love, a reminder that relationships don't just exist in the good times, but in the hardest moments too. Jay Leno's story with Mavis isn't a sad one, it's a human one. It's about what happens when fame fades, when laughter gives way to silence, and when love must speak through care instead of words. It's a story of devotion that reminds us all what really matters: compassion, patience, and the strength to show up every single day. As Jay continues this journey, he does so with dignity, humility, and an ever-present sense of humor. "I'm lucky," he repeats often, "lucky to have had so many good years, lucky to still be able to care for the woman he loves, lucky to wake up every day and know he's doing something meaningful." It's not a movie script, it's not a TV show. It's real life, messy, emotional, and profoundly human. Jay Leno's update about Mavis is more than just a celebrity headline. It's a story of enduring love, of facing illness without shame, and of showing the world that sometimes the greatest strength lies not in standing on stage, but in standing by someone you love, no matter how the story ends.